So I hope by now you are very comfortable with the ideas of transversals across parallel lines, and these terms like corresponding angle, interior angle, alternate interior angle, interior angles on the same side, etc. are very comfortable to you by now. So now we want to extend that idea further and see that idea in action in trying to derive another very key important result. And we might be very familiar with the result already, because this is a fairly basic idea. Even if I have not mastered geometry, I must have heard of this result a multiple number of times, and that is the sum of all angles in a triangle is 180 degrees. If this is angle A, this is angle B, this is angle C, I know angle A plus B plus C is equal to 180 degrees. Or I have seen this somewhere, or I've heard of this at least. So this is a result, but we obviously want to prove this result. How do I know that this is going to be 180 degrees, and what is the logic behind it? And the reason behind going every logic or why things are working the way they are working is so that we have a more sure-footed foundation, and we develop this problem solving attitude, which is essentially about asking why something is happening or how it is operating. Because once we develop that approach, any new kind of problem will just be another such challenge of thinking. So let's think about why angle A plus angle B plus angle C is equal to 180 degrees, and you can do it, you can prove it fairly quickly by using parallel lines and transversals. So just draw a parallel line. So say this is point A, point B and point C. Draw a parallel line L parallel to line AB. So this is a line AB extended if you want, and these are your transversals. Now very quickly, if this is the transversal, this angle and this angle will be equal to each other. Why? Again, notice the Z shape. This angle will be equal to this angle. That means this angle is going to be B. Or more formally, these are alternate interior angles, and these are parallel lines, and therefore they are equal to each other. Similarly, angle A will be equal to this angle. So this can be written as A. Why? Because again, for the parallel line L and line AB and the transversal CA, this angle and this angle are alternate interior angles. So this angle is A, this angle is B, this angle is C, and I can see this is once again a 180 degree angle. Why? Because any sum of angles on a line, on a straight line, is 180 degrees, and therefore angle A plus angle B plus angle C is equal to 180 degree. Another advantage of coming to a result, a well-known result, by proving it, that not only you are more comfortable with the result will also stay in your head longer compared to simply memorizing. And overall, this approach or this mindset should be developed of asking why as in hows. So this is how we prove that the sum of the angles of a triangle is going to be 180 degrees. And remember, we did not have values of A, B and C, so this will work for no matter what the situation is. We have drawn one particular triangle. We have tried the process with one particular triangle. You should repeat the process again. What if the triangle was looking different? How would the logic differ? You will see it will not differ as long as you draw two parallel lines and use the logic involved. Just returning to a question that we had seen earlier, not in too much detail, but just quickly going through it. We have done this question already. These are parallel lines. The sum of interior angles was going to be 180 degrees. If this is 55, this is going to be 125 degrees. If this is 125, this is also 125 degrees. Now my question was, what is the angle Z? Now for a minute, if I forget this and I mark it as Z, and now I notice a triangle at these 3 points. If this is 125 degrees, I using the 180 degree theorem, using the idea that a straight line is 180 degrees, this would be 55 degrees. Now I have a triangle and I have two angles given. So 90 plus 55 plus Z is going to give me 180. And once again, I find the value of Z. My point being that the same idea that any problem can be approached from multiple directions. And as you go ahead and move further in the topic, essentially your set of tools is increasing. Now you have one more tool to deal with the same problem, and you might be able to do it quicker or faster. The speed is not a very important aspect right now. The idea being, as you move deeper and higher in the theory, your set of tools is increasing. So the same problem that might take 5 steps, later can be done in 1 or 2 steps very, very quickly. And each of this is a tool for you. So now, not only you know that the corresponding angles are equal, the alternate interior angles are equal, the sum is 180. You also know if you can see a triangle and there are angles involved there, you have one more idea to use. So get comfortable with using these formulas as tools rather than a burden for yourself. So staying with the idea of these formulas as tools, a very common result tool that you'll be using is that if I extend a side of a triangle, this angle formed is known as the exterior angle. And say this angle is A and this angle is B, this exterior angle X is going to be equal to A plus B. So once again, a very common result, a lot of you might be already very, very familiar with this, that the exterior angle is equal to the sum of the opposite angles. But how do I prove this? And once again, it's going to be fairly easy. Let's say this angle was C. So you know C plus X is equal to 180 degrees. This time I won't even have to draw a parallel line or anything. C plus X is equal to 180. And I also see that C plus A plus B is equal to 180 degree. Forget about solving the equation for a minute. C plus something gives you 180. C plus something gives you 180. These two somethings must be equal to each other. And that is my result in this particular story. So once again, another important result that we'll be using a lot in our problem solving. Obviously, we saw that the sum of all the angles was 180 degrees. We are using that in this story. And now we know that the exterior angle is equal to the sum of these angles on the opposite side. You can practice a little more with this. This particular angle, let's say call this Q, will be equal to A plus C. This particular angle, call it Z, will be equal to B plus C. So whatever side we are talking about, the angles on the opposite side, the sum of it is going to be equal to the exterior angle. So this is the story given to us. There is a triangle PQR. It is given to me that QT is perpendicular to PR. That means this angle is 90 degree. It is further given to me that angle SPR, this angle is 30 degree. Angle SPR is equal to 30 degree. And angle SQT is equal to 40 degree. So this is the information given to me. And my question is, what is the value of angle X and angle Y? So how do I go about doing that? And remember, now our focus is on using the angle sum property or the exterior angle property, either of them. So for a minute, let me forget this line so that I can see a triangle very clearly. Triangle QTR. If you want to, if you're a beginner, draw it out for yourself also so that you see things more clearly. This is angle X. Angle RQT or angle SQT, whatever you want to call it, is 40 degrees. So you have this angle and this you know is 90 degree. This is 90 degree. So you have a triangle, you have two of the angles. Can you find the third angle? Yes, of course you can, because the sum is 180 degree. This is 90 plus 40, which is 130. 180 minus 130 is going to give you 50 degrees. So you have 50 degrees as your answer. So now draw the line again and come back and focus on angle Y. Now again, multiple ways of going about it, but for a minute notice this angle Y is the exterior angle for this particular triangle. That means if you think of the triangle P, S and R, the angle Y is an exterior angle, P, S and R. This angle Y is an exterior angle for this particular triangle. That means Y is going to be this angle plus this angle, the sum of the opposite angles. You know this is 30 and you know this is 50. So 30 plus 50 is going to be 80 degrees. So one simple question and both the ideas got applied in this question, that the sum of the angles in a triangle is 180 degrees and the exterior angle, the value of it is the sum of the angles on the opposite side. So I hope you are getting more comfortable with this idea. So let's try one more question and stay with me till I build the story. There is a triangle ABC and this is given as 45 degrees and this is Y and this is Z. You don't know the values. Then it says the side AB was extended up to point D and side AC was extended, and let's call it point D. And then two angle bisectors were taken, BO and CO. What is an angle bisector? It divides an angle into two equal parts. That means the angle CBE is being divided into or bisected into two parts. That means these two angles are equal to each other, and the same story is repeating here. These two angles are equal to each other. And my question is, what is the value of this angle? What is the value of angle BOC? So once again, this is a triangle given to us, ABC. The side AB was extended a little, side AD was extended a little. Then the angle CBE's angle bisector BO and angle BCD's angle bisector CO, they meet at point O. And your question is, what is angle BOC? So you can stop at this point and try the question by yourself. And how will you go about solving it? You know you have a few tools. What are the tools? You know that sum of angles on a straight line is 180 degrees. You know the sum of all the angles in a triangle is 180 degrees. Or you know that the exterior angle is equal to the sum of the angles on the opposite side. So these are some of the tools, but just start working with the problem and you'll see what to do. For example, I want to focus on this triangle BOC. So I want to look at angle CBO and angle BCO, because from 180 if I subtract these two angles, I'll get this value. So I'm thinking of angle CBO, angle CBO. Angle CBO is equal to half of, because angle bisector, that means this is half of this angle. BO is an angle bisector, that means this angle is half of this angle. Which angle? CBE. This big angle that is being formed, this is half of this. So angle CBE. Angle CBO is equal to half of angle CBE. Angle CBE itself was 180 minus y, because this whole thing is 180. This is y. So this angle CBE is going to be 180 minus y. Angle CBO is equal to half of 180 minus y. Keep this here. This will become 90 minus y by 2. Play with this story now. Angle BCO, this angle is half of the bigger angle BCD. So this is equal to half of BCD. And angle BCD is 180 minus Z, because this whole angle is 180. If you subtract Z from it, you will get the rest of the story from this point to this point. So angle BCD is equal to 180 minus Z. Solve it again, you will get 90 minus Z by 2. So I've got the value of this angle in terms of Y and in terms of Z, and I can see now where the direction is going, because I will later use X plus Y plus Z is equal to 180 degrees, right? So write these stories somewhere and you have the values of this angle and this angle. Now if I focus on the triangle BOC, I know this angle, this angle, this angle is going to give me a sum of 180 degree. Let me call it angle O for a minute for easy reference. So forget this story, capture the key points, move on, and you will see this angle was 90 minus y by 2 plus this angle was 90 minus z by 2. So angle O is equal to 90 plus 90, 180. 180, 180 would get cancelled. Minus y by 2 minus z by 2 will switch and become plus y by 2 plus z by 2. So angle O is equal to y by 2 plus z by 2, or I can write it as angle O is equal to y plus z by 2. Now I can make a very quick jump. I know 180 is equal to x plus y plus z, or y plus z is equal to 180 minus 45, because x was given to me as 45. So instead of y plus z, I can write 180 minus 45, and that's it. So the value of angle O is going to be 180 minus 45, whatever that value is, divided by 2. So leaving that final step to you. In fact, the theoretical question was not even this 45 was not even given. The question was what is O in terms of x, or prove. That means instead of this 45, if you just write an x here, this will become 180 by 2. Separate it out, it will become 90 minus x by 2. So this was given as a proof question. Prove that angle O is equal to 90 minus x by 2. So I'm just putting a value here so that it becomes more of a practical question. I can find the exact value of O. But once again, looks slightly bigger, looks slightly difficult, but I know I have a set number of tools. So let me try them one by one and see what works for me. Once again, some people might have done this question using the external angle property, but remember these are interchangeable almost. So you would have said this angle is equal to x plus z, and this angle is equal to x plus y, and this is half of this and this is half of that. So very similar logic. Try it out by yourself and you will come down to the same result. The result will be this BOC will be 90 minus x by 2, or if you take it as 45, it will be 90 minus 45 by 2, whatever that value comes out as.